Oh, just spilled some on my keyboard. Well, at least it's only $25, right? That's what you get a cheap keyboard for. So if you mess it up, you can replace it. We're back. Am I recording my screen? If I'm not, this is a bust. Take two. We're back. It's day 4, and we made $290 off of selling the shotgun. What was that? 2 days ago? Or yesterday? 2 days ago? Yeah, so yesterday I tried to sell some Nintendo DS games, and I actually recorded, driving to meet the individual and then what happened after the interaction did not take place, or the transaction. So the guy asked for it on Facebook Marketplace. He asked for it late in the evening, and I was like, I'll meet you tomorrow during the day at a gas station near my house. The next day, I had him call me. I told him, I'll be around at this time, and let's meet at this gas station. So finally he said, yeah, I'm on my way. I'll be there in 20 minutes. So we headed over. We waited for him for about 20-25 minutes, which is way too long. I shouldn't have waited that long. But, I thought he was coming. When I called him, he had texted me and said, I'm driving. So I'm like, okay, he'll be here in a minute. And we had a place to be, my wife and I and our kids. He didn't show up, so we were going to make $20 off of 2 games. They were listed for $15 a piece, so we were giving them a $10 discount. And really, they're worth every bit of $20 a piece. This was Nintendo DS or 3DS, Pokemon Sun, and Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. And so we got a bunch of other DS games that we have listed. We have a bunch of Xbox 360 games that we have listed. Now I just found, or my son found, the Nintendo 64 with at least one game, I think Mario Kart, and a couple controllers. We found the Nintendo DS with the charger, Game Boy Color, I think it is. So we got a bunch of different electronics to get rid of. So far, we haven't gotten rid of any of them, and that's okay. I'm sure we will eventually. We actually had a pretty big come up that I wanted to talk about. My mother-in-law gave me 2 big boxes of original Disney VHSs, and some of them are the Black Diamonds, which are said to be kind of rare. How much money we can make and how quickly we can make it remains to be seen, but I think that is a pretty good come up, and hopefully we can sell those online as well. So I'm pretty excited about that. Shirley, thank you for giving me those. One thing I did with the $290 is I took half of it and I invested it. And so I invested it in Bitcoin and Ethereum, which are cryptocurrencies if you're not familiar with those.
Do I look stupid to you?
This is a little spreadsheet that I put together that shows like the current total gain and loss of each of those investments. I split them in half, so I didn't invest the full $290, right? I said in the previous video that I would invest half of it. So I took $145, split that in half, $72.50 in each of those cryptocurrencies. And so this value right here is constantly changing. You know how cryptocurrencies are super volatile. So if we look now, it was at 13.99. Ethereum's now at 10.55. So let's go ahead and update that. A little while ago, it was well over 14%. And then 3.10% on Bitcoin. The current total is $150.40. So we're up $5.40 from our $145 investment. Earlier, I was up like $7 or whatever it was, $8 I think. And at one point, I was up like $10. It's just a crazy roller coaster. What the strategy is for the investments is just to do what's called hodling, or otherwise known as holding. So it's a long play. We invest in these and these assets, and we just leave them there for a long time. Normally that means years and years. I think for the sake of this series, I'm just going to hold whatever we invest until the series is over, and we'll see how all those investments performed compared to like the actual money that we were bringing in from selling things. To wrap things up, we tried to sell a couple DS games. The guy didn't show. That was a bust, but I think we're going to make more money from them overall. So I'm excited about that. I'm kind of glad that he didn't show up. I have a snowboard that I mentioned that I have 2 offers on. One person wants the bindings. The other person wants the whole board and the bindings, and they're supposed to meet me tomorrow. So that's pending. We should be able to make $95 off of that. If the first one falls through, then we'll make at least $30 off the bindings right away. So that's exciting. That's a little bit more that we'll have before the end of the week. We got 3 more days to see what we can come up with. We've surpassed the $50 goal, but we're just going to shoot as high as we can, and we'll let that roll over into whatever the next goal is. And so speaking of goals, because this is kind of like a challenge, I feel like there should be something that, like a consequence or whatever,
Loss aversion,
that I have to do if I don't reach the goal. Obviously, we've already reached this goal, so let's think of something for the next part of the series. Whenever we reach the end of this week and we up our goal to a new goal, whatever it's going to be, $100 a week or $1,000 a week, whatever we come up with. In the comments, let me know what you think I should do if I don't reach that goal, and I will look through those, and if they're not too dangerous or crazy,
You're crazy, man.
then I might pick one of those and we'll go with that. So let me know what you think about that in the comments. So thanks for tuning in for this update. If you're new here, please subscribe. Don't forget to like the video. Leave comments below for the YouTube algorithm, and hopefully we'll make some more money before the end of the 7 days is up. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.